Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can quickly take your screenshots or logos to next level by animating them in 3D space and adding some lighting to it to make it look kind of cinematic. So here I have a screenshot and I'm going to create a new composite shot. Let's make this 5 seconds long, 1920 1080 30 fps, and click on OK. Then we're going to drag in our screenshot into this timeline. So here is our screenshot, and I'm going to turn this into 3D plane. So just make sure you click on this icon and just select 3D plane. And after you click on that, then you will see this window. You click on yes to add a camera. And now you can see that you will have a new camera over here. What we're going to do next is create a new point layer, and let's also make this 3D plane. And we're going to parent our camera to that point layer. And now what we have to do is just expand our new camera layer, expand the transform section, and then we'll just push it back in the Z space. So over this value over here, we're going to just change that. And what that will do is if we just push it back in the Z space, just increase it. And you can see that we are just zooming out of this image like so. All right, so once you do that, then you can just leave that in the center over there. And I'm also going to disable the floor plane over here. So disable the floor plane and disable the motion path as well. We don't want that for now. And the next thing we're going to do is we can just simply animate the angle, or we can just change the angle and see what that does. So if I just rotate it on the y-axis, you can see that we have this simple rotation. And now let's just add in a light. So I'm just going to click on new layer and then click on light. And now you'll see that everything will disappear, and that is completely normal. What you have to do is just come over to the controls over here, and under light we have the type set to point, and all we have to do is just change the position. So I'm just going to change this position Z value and we can see that we have our screenshot back in the viewer. And you can just play around with the value over here. You can change the X value, the Y value, and play around with different values. So I think 400 looks fine for this. And yeah, that is pretty much it. You can go to your new point layer and change the rotation, and you can see that how the light affects your screenshot. Wherever you move the screenshot, the light will affect the screenshot. So if you go to your new light, we can change some settings over here, such as the intensity. If you think that it is too bright, you can just control it over here. You can change the color of the light as well. And also if you go to your screenshot layer over here, and at the bottom we should see material. So if I just zoom into this and material, you will see that we have so many options over here, and we can play around with these sliders over here, such as ambient, diffuse, and specular. So let's just do that. So I'm going to start changing the diffuse amount, and you can see that it just brightens up the image. Specular also changes the brightness, the overall brightness in the image. So you can play around with these settings to get the look that you're looking for. And once you are satisfied with that, then you can just again go to the new point layer and just start rotating and see how it will look. All right, so I think that looks pretty fine, and I can see that there is some sharp edge over here, but you can easily change it if you just change the specular and the diffuse amount. So let's just play around with these values, and yeah, I think we should just leave the shininess to 100, and that will look great. So if I just go to the new point again and change the angle, and you can see that it just works absolutely fine like that. All right, so that is pretty much it. And if you want to, you can also create a composite shot out of your screenshot. So it can Command M or Control M on your keyboard, and you can call it image comp. click on OK, and then you can, instead of a screenshot, you can add any image of your choice. Let's go with the logo here, and maybe I'll just increase the size a little bit. And let's go to the composite shot, and you can see that we have some lighting animation inside the main composite shot over here as well. So you can just play around with different values over here and kind of create a cinematic logo out of it. All right, so something like that, and you can just play with the new light and just change the position and all that stuff. So I guess that is pretty much it. That's how you can quickly create a really interesting looking screenshots inside of Hitfilm. I hope this video is helpful. I hope you learned something new. If you did, then please make sure you like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.